Nayiri. Aslan. Gerçekten.
I'm good, I'm good. Nice to meet you guys. Hi, I'm good. How are you? Hello.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
That's my
Since also, had shot and practice already.
It all comes from the dad, right?
Shadur Achem Borstagan. Merci for Ararat. Merci.
Thanks for coming.
Emil, yes, start funny at Emberton. Yeah, try to sometimes take notes at the meeting.
Rubina Khadana Baduri. Chadra.
Jerry lost the aura.
Honorary couple.
Jerry lost the aura.
It's on the application.
Yeah, on the application must know.
He is the logo.
I'm Nayiri Astanyan. I play for Vardan and Martik right now, and yeah.
Who was your first coach?
Arthur.
Arthur. Not Dad.
No, Dad was like, yeah, my first. Yeah, I could say. He was there with me for forever. So
Extra hours.
yeah.
ما هتارکی اچت پاپانه ما کردیت ورسون نه کاراچی کوچه میگه چه جیش داد
Yeah.
they're not there to judge لا مرسی نوریس همه
منو جوون.
Oh yeah.
նորից շնորհակալ եմ որ եկել եք մեր համար շատ ուրախալի է եւ համ ասած պատիվ է լավ որ մեր շփանի հարգի տակ Արարատում Թեոյի եւ Նայիրի նման մարզիկներ ունենք հիմա մարզիկ ասելով նպատակ տնակ են չի որ հաջողել են իրանց եթե երազներ կարողացել են հասցնել իրանց այդ մակարդակի իմ կարծիքով մեծ շատ կարևոր բան որ դուք ունեք մեր հիմա փոքրերին սովորացնելի են որ իսկապես եթե ուզենաս աշխատանքով բանով հնարավոր է անել որտեղ մենք միշտ խոսում ենք որ չեմ կարծում երեխեքը կարող են դժվար է չո մենք վերջապես recreational mad organization ենք որ մենք որ basketball club չենք կամ athletic club չենք բայց այդ աշխատանքները իրանք որ զգում են որ կարող են անել եւ կարողանում են անել որտեղ ամեն մարդ շատերը կամ որ talent ունեն բայց այդ confidence-ը կամ աշխատասիրությունը drive-ը որ այդքան են դնեն հետևից իսկապես ուզում են անել եւ անեն եւ այդ մեջտեղում դասերն էլ սովորում են կարծում եմ չէ դասերի տեսակետը problem չունեն so այդ երկուսը իրար վրա իմ կարծիքով շատ լավ մանա մեր համար որ դուք իսկապես role model եք ելնում մեր հիմակվա երեխեքի ուզեք թե չուզեք ձեր գործը այդ է հիմա դա վրա իմ կարծիքով շատ ավելի պատասխանատվություն կա քան թե սովորական մարզիկը որ գալիս է եւ խաղում է եւ երթում է իսկ դուք այսքան տարի Արարատում եղել եք, մնացել եք, լավ ու վատը, թույլ ու ուժեղը, չեմ անում, լավ խաղ, վատ խաղ, տարել եք, տարվել եք, մնացել եք Արարատում, դպրոց եք գնացել եք, այնտեղ հաջողել եք, բայց էլի մնացել եք, so I have to give you a lot of credit for that. Բայց նորից եմ ասում, ձեր պարտականությունն է, որ հիմա այն ինչ որ դուք կարողացել եք անեք, մեր ձևի բեկա showcase էլի մեր հիմակվա երեխաների համար որ իմանան որ it's possible to do so ես ձեզի Պարչյան կողմից եւ մենք կարող եմ Արարատի կողմից պիտի ասեմ շնորհավորում եմ որ այսքան հաջողություն եք ունեցել մեզ համար իսկապես ուրախալի է որ հարցում ենք տեսնում ենք վիդեո ենք տեսնում որոշներից նկարներ ենք տեսնում եւ իսկապես ուրախալի է այսինքն չեմ իստեղ կարող բացատրեմ շատ մեծ համար հաճելի է որ մեր երեխեքին տեսնում եք դուք բոլորս էլ մեր երեխաներն եք մենք էլ կրեդիտը վերցնենք բայց մեր համար իսկապես եմ ասում շատ ուրախալի է եւ կպարտենք որ ձեր նման մարզիկներ ունեն Հիմա ով որ կուզի բան եթե ունեք արտահայտվելու մինչև իրանց հերթ հասնեն, որտեղ հետո ժամը քիչ կգա։ Քոչից
Շատ եմ կարող ասեմ։ Ուրեմն 7 տարեկան էր կարծեմ, թեոն որ վերցրամյան շայաթի մեջ էր, եկավ եւ ընտրան, որտեղ մաշալլա շալլա վարագեր կան եւ միջև օրս տղեն ինձ մի հատ անշնորհ մեմ վար կամ ոչ չունեցե, միշտ հարգեր եմ խոսքս եւ իր բասկետբոլը it's his second asset կարծում եմ, իր բնավորությունն ու իր շնորհքն ավելի այնա կարևոր basketball is a tiny ու դրա պատճառով են հասել այսպես կետի եւ he's gonna go far, I don't know, excuse me, 20 տարեկան է հեսը գա եւ ինձ այդ part եմ, որ sense անձնավոր շատ քոչ եմ արել եւ իր ծնողներն են լինելով ապոնու Ալբերտը իրենց ծնողներն էլ որ day one շնորհակալ են ամեն անգամ տարբեր ձևերով ցույց որ իշքան գնահատում են եւ as a coach like I couldn't ask for more, it's fantastic, like top of the line Marzik, you're top of the line so I'm very happy. Two ways.
Top of the line coach.
Exactly, thank you. That's it. I wish I could say much about you, but I don't know you, but I'm playing against you, so I know. But I'm proud of you too, seriously.
Thank you. Merci.
I'll say a few words. First of all, I want to wish the both of you, because I know both of you, the best in whatever you guys decide to do in the future. I know you guys have other plans outside of sports. As far as Nayiri, I met Nayiri, what was it, 2015? Armenia. That was my first experience coaching Nayiri, and after that, got a little lucky to get her on our Ararat team. And I mean, I have not been around Nayiri as long as Teo, but I can say one of the most important things that I enjoy about Nayiri is it's not her skills, although she's one of the top players in the league. It's actually her personality and her attitude when it comes to being a team player. I know she struggled a lot with injuries throughout this past several years, but she's probably the only player that even when she's injured and she can't like play and she's sitting out, she's constantly involved with the team. She's texting, she's showing up, she's showing support, and that's like an amazing attribute to have as a person, and I think that speaks volumes. I don't think everyone can be like that, and I'm really hoping that you have a long career at Ararat and you're able to play, because I know college ends at some point, but Ararat doesn't. Just ask Volga, right? So I'm looking forward to the future, and hopefully we can make some good things happen. And as far as Teo, Teo's a lot different than Nayiri. I met Teo, actually my first experience coaching with Teo was not at Ararat, it was at Hoover. I was sort of lucky enough to be the assistant on the Hoover basketball team, and I met Teo there, and he was just very hungry right from the start. His senior year, he was very talented, and as soon as that finished, he made it clear he wanted to come play A1 basketball. He didn't want to waste any time, and he did that. So as far as Teo goes, one of his biggest attributes is his insane drive to be playing at the highest level, and he doesn't wait for respect. He demands it, and he gets it right down there. So I want to wish both of you, hopefully you guys can both sort of learn from each other too, and continue to help Ararat basketball teams, and like Sergio said, the youth, motivate the youth and whatnot for the future. So. Thank you.
I actually have the privilege of knowing Nayiri for about a year now. Nayiri, you're a tremendous basketball player, but you're a way better human being. Honestly, it's only been a year, but every time you're at practice, every time you're at the games, it's like an uplifting. Not just as far as basketball goes, but everybody seems like they're having a better time. They're motivated. They start working harder. And that's truly appreciated because you can't say that about too many people. And like Martik said, even when you're injured, it feels like you're still part of the team, you're helping out. And honestly, you keep us on our toes too. And that's great because I'm learning from you as much as you guys are learning from us. I remember once, I think we lost to we had a lot of injuries, we lost to Masis by like 40 points, and she texted, how'd the game go, and I texted back, I don't know what I texted back, and then she responds to me privately, she goes, Coach, don't you think that was a little too harsh on the girls? And and it probably was, because I didn't notice that at the time. I was frustrated. I sent the text, yeah, we got blown out or whatever, and like I said, we're learning from you, and we hope to have you for the long run. Get well soon, and I don't doubt that you're going to achieve whatever goals you set for yourself because you're so hardworking, you're so motivated, and good things are ahead for you. It's clear.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Army,
Ես առաջին ուզում եմ շնորհակալություն հայտնել Տեոյի եւ Նայիրիի ծնողներից, որովհետեւ իմանում եմ, որ փոքր տարիքի երբ որ դու այդ երեխա մարզանքում վայելում ինչքան ժամ պետք է դնես, տանես, բերես, իրանց հետ դնես, եւ նրանք արել են, որ երեխեքը գնացել են եւ շարունակել են, հատկապես Արարատում եմ ասում, վստահ բաները դուրսում են նկարել, բայց իսկապես շնորհակալություն ծնողներից, որտեղ որևէ ուրիշ տեղի մարզանքը, այդպես որ ասավ ժամանակավոր է, բայց Արարատի մեջ մտնել եւ մարզանքով կամ որևէ ձևով սկավոդականով շարունակելը, sometimes it's a lifetime. Այդտեղ կարող է խաղը վերջանա, սկավոդությունը վերջանա, բայց ընկերությունը չի վերջանա։ Հիմա իրանք վստահ են, որ at some point իրանք իբրև coach, իբրև leader կարող է աշխատանք տանեն, բայց ընկերությունները որ ստեղծում են մինչև կյանքի վերջերթում են, եւ դուք consciously այդ որոշումն եք տվել։ Sam RP այդ գործը արեք, ես լավ հիշում եմ Նայիրին, որ գալիս էր իրանք Արզանայից, Sam-ը ամեն անգամ հիշում եմ, որ փոքր էր, դեռ չէր քշում մեքենա, իրանք քշում էր, բերում են միշտեղ, գործում նստում էր, պատածել սկայցում երկու բառ իր հետ խոսում, որ ժամ անցներ, որտեղ պետք է սպասել 1 ժամ ու կես, 2 ժամ, որ հետո էլի նորից քշել ես կան հետ տանել։ Եվ իսկապես thank you parents, ամենաառաջի բանը ձեզի, you made the right choice, no question. Վերադառնալով իրանց ես չեմ սիրում ես երկուսը։ Իրանն ինչքան են իրանց սիրում եւ շատ է բարբերին, որտեղ այս 40 տարվա մեջ մենք հազարավոր բասկետբոլիստ ենք ունեցել, but only handful made it above high school. 20 հոգի միգուցե total եթե հաշվենք, including City College and 4-year college հաշվենք, կարող է 20-ի շուրջ է բանա եւ you made it, and we're proud of you, your achievement. And since for our son, ընդհանրապես մարզիկները, հատկապես Ամերիկայում, շատ լավ չեն ճանաչվել իրանց քարակտերներով։ Այն ինչ որ տեսնում եք, TV-ում եք տեսնում եւ այլ տեսնում, որտեղ մեծամասնությունը սեվական է, մեծամասնությունը մենակ մարզանքի համար է մտածում, բայց իսկապես այն ինչ որ ասવા երկուսի քարակտերի մասին շատ ճիշտ է եւ you've made Ararat athletes proud, որ գոնե այդ characteristics-ով չեն կարող joke ենք ասենք, որ մարզիկը շատ չի մտածում միության մասին, մարզիկը ես ինչ եմ անում, շատ teamwork չի ուզում անի, իր համար է մտածում եւ այլն, իսկապես այս երկուսը լավ նմուշներ են, որ ունենք նաև սենսի մարզիկներ, որ իրանց քարակտերը ավելի առաջ է գալի, քան թե իրանց ուժեղ խաղը։ And this is very good. Wish you guys իմանում եմ թե ուն Նավասարդյան հաջողություն ունեցել է, Pan-Armenian, Pan-Armenian ունեցել է, wishing you maybe Pan-Armenian Games Championship, wishing you first Navasardian Championship and then Pan-Armenian Games, որտեղ իմանում եմ ձեր գոլերը, սրանից հետո կարող է ամենաբարձր գոլերը, որ ունեք, դրանք լինեն։ Եվ վստահ եմ, որ պետք է հասնեք, որտեղ երիտասարդ եք, եւ you're very hard working, so all the best to both of you.
Merci. Thank you so much.
Time is on their side. Time is on their side. That's right.
Ուրիշ մեկը ուզի նախկոմը իրանք սկսեն
I actually remember Teo when before Volga even had him. I'm not taking credit for it, but I remember in poker. It was about this tall. He came to Summer League when we were at Wilson, or it was I think his first real experience. So I kind of remember him from back then. Henceforth, he was, like Volga said, a very quick kid and like just wanted to stay and play under that sun. But having known Teo throughout the years from Volga's team, and I've always looked at some of the younger kids and stuff, and I think that Ahmed Skaraborbana, at least with him, I wish I knew Nayiri more. I met her in Armenia this year when she was playing for the girls team and I was coaching Teo and the boys team. But knowing Teo's drive, and I think this is the single most important thing, and I wish that you two can pass this message on to a lot of young kids. You guys didn't get to play at, for example, like a UCLA, and you guys were not playing the whole game, but one thing that both of you guys, I think, have done is been able to show that you guys could balance your lives with basketball and your studies. And I think, in my opinion, that's the most important thing, and that's the message we should continue passing along to the kids, that basketball might eventually end. Hopefully you guys can play at the age of Volga or my age, where you really shouldn't be, at least for myself. Or Army. So hopefully you guys will play that long. But the more important thing is, for whatever, you guys use basketball as your escape from daily life sometimes, because it really helps as far as stress relief. But understand that there's a lot more in life than just dribbling that basketball and shooting that basketball. I think that, again, Nayiri, I don't know what your life goals are, but I've talked to Teo a number of occasions about what he wants to do and how much further ahead he wants to get in life. And I think with someone like his drive, I think he could conquer whatever obstacle comes in his way. And when I was at their game, I was telling his parents, I said, it's a big deal to be part of a team and not necessarily be part of the team your freshman year and sophomore year. Yet, instead of quitting, just constantly fight on until you get that jersey, until you get that opportunity to be a part of the team. I think that's the message you guys should pass along to the kids. And what you guys do on the court is very important, but what you're doing off the court long run, I, at least as a member of Ararat for 30-some years, I appreciate that a lot more, because I'd rather have a kid that has grown up through Ararat and succeeded not only on the court, but off the court in your career. So continue whatever fight you guys have, and we're always here. The board might change every year, but Ararat as an organization, it's the same roots. All of us share the same roots.
Well said.
Well said.
Thanks.
Yes, I've known Nayiri since birth. Literally since birth.
Okay, do this Arachi Pochele.
But Pokruts in all the kids were together. Pokruts a drive on it. She would compete with the boys and kick their ass actually. But drive on it. Mission on it. There's not been a single time Navasardian et srahit zerit the et kurti derit Nayirin chvazi kasi bazi kaparbarev et shnorkaka yev. I've known her parents all most of my life. I've known all these kids since they were 7. Try out in onum, ashkhotumin nesmatin, try out in onum, Bob will I get in? So it's been great. Yev huisovem yeshot habartem vor tuk Ես որ ես եմ հպարտ, Araratից դուք էլ հպարտ են եւ seriously, you guys can take over this mutual when we can't do it anymore. So ATPD to connect. Thank you, sir.
Amen.
Oh.
You just want
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say it's a pleasure meeting you all. I'm very thankful for everything you guys do for us because hard work doesn't go unnoticed, and you guys put in your hours that you can be spending with your families, and you come here and you know, make this organization the best that it can be for us and for all the other athletes. Excuse me, all the other athletes here. So, thank you so much for all the work you put in. It's so nice to finally put the face to the hard work, and it's just very appreciative. I'm very thankful because nothing comes easy. So, but I want to thank my coaches, you know, for being there for me, and all the coaches actually in Ararat. I've actually talked to a number of them, and they've all come up, not all of them, but they've come up to me, and I go up to them and I introduce myself, and they talk to me and they give me advice. And I even remember coming to you before Armenia. Do you remember Armenia? I came up, not before, it was like before you went. I was like, I asked if I could work out. Well, so I remember meeting you, and you were like talking to me for a little bit, and even though they're like little moments like that, I still cherish them because somebody older is coming to you and giving you their wisdom. So even if it's the littlest things, it means a lot to me. My mom has like my mom and dad have sacrificed everything for me. Like, they've taken me from, I used to swim as well before playing basketball. So when I started like transitioning from swimming to basketball, I was doing track as well, or I trained track for basketball, you know, I'd use track as training. So I'd go to swim practice, basketball practice, track practice, then I'd go home and I'd go train, I'd go do homework, and then the next day it's the same thing. Swimming, track, my training, this and that. So my mom would always be like, okay, Nayiri, you gotta change your swimsuit, you gotta do this and that, and I was little, so she'd have my bags with me, and she'd have my food ready. I didn't have to worry about it, so very blessed that my mom was able to provide a roof over my head. Same, my mom and dad provide a roof over my head, give me food, and give me love and support. And my dad, he was the best workout partner ever. He still is. We go, he's like, Nayiri, we need to go train. I'm like, okay. So we go in the backyard, we do our Ray Allen drill, we make 500 shots, and then we have to make it, and sometimes the day is really tough, so it'll take like 2 hours. And sometimes it'll take an hour or like 30 minutes. And anyway, my dad has been there with me, hell and high water. I started playing basketball when I was 13 and 12, and I say that because compared to everybody else, they played when they're like very young. And I had to work hard every single day to get to where I am, or play with the best, or play with people better than me in order for me to be successful or have a chance at being successful. So it was very hard for me to stay motivated, but at the same time, like, I just loved how I kept getting better, and there was just no limit, you know, for success, or for optimum success. But anyway, for college, I just can't believe it's over already. I just remember the first day of high school, and now I'm almost done with college, like, and playing college basketball. It's cool to say that, you know, both Teo and I, we've played college ball, and not many people get to do that. And we've had our experiences, we've gone through adversity. I'm sure you've gone through injuries. I mean, I've gone through injuries, I'm going through them right now. It's not easy. I mean, maybe you see the end product, but the process is what's so important and is what makes us who we are. And that's what I feel like a lot of kids forget, is the passion for the game. And they forget to enjoy the process and those little moments, because that's why we play. And then when people get frustrated and they get mad at themselves and they want to give up, they just have to remember why I'm here. What have I done to get to where I am? So if I were to give a message, it'd be, yes, work hard, do your best, play your butt off, but at the same time, don't forget why you're playing. Have fun. This is basketball. This is your outlet. This is why we do what we do. To have a good time, to release. Sorry.
I can't give that good.
You got it. You got it. Tell Nayiri. Nayiri didn't give you any time.
No, Nayiri said a lot of things I was about to say as well. I mean, obviously I'd like to thank everyone that's here and that's honored us. I mean, it's a blessing to be here, obviously. It wouldn't be possible without the man above. He's everything I feel like. And my parents also, and to my sister that's not here. I'm just thankful to have the best parents that I can ever ask for. I mean, Mom, I know there's times where I get mad at you, especially during basketball games. I mean, you're always just yelling at me, like, saying, do this, do that, but, like, I just feel like those are the things that, I mean, I don't know how to put it in words, but it's just, honestly, like, I don't know, but you're always telling me to do this and this, but, like, I always come up to you and tell you, Mom, I got this. You don't know much about basketball.
But I know volleyball.
that's why you gotta go talk to Tatiana. But obviously, you've done so much for me and made me the person I am today and provide everything I ever wanted in life. So I just want to say I'm very thankful for you. And Dad, you were always there for me ever since a young age. I mean, how young was I when I started playing? It was like maybe 5 or 6. And even when we were at Grandma's house, it was always having a little basket on the on the door. And I remember my aunt, she would live right under my grandma. She would always get mad at me for playing. It's like I was just trying to have fun at my grandma's house, but I mean, I've honestly come a long way. And my dad has pushed me to where I am today, and without them, I don't know if I would be here either. So, I mean, as Henrik also said, it's just basketball. I mean, basketball eventually is going to stop for us one day, and we got to pursue something else. And my goals outside of basketball, as many of you may not know, like I plan to go to med school. So, at the end of the day, med school is my ultimate goal, and becoming a doctor. And I've always wanted to be the type of person who helps others out, and I feel like being a doctor is one that is always going to be there and help others, and I just want to be able to support anyone else who goes through what I've gone through. So there isn't much else to say. So I'm not the greatest at speaking, but I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Without you guys, none of this would have been possible, so I thank all of you for recognizing us as not only athletes, but student athletes, as Henrik said, is more important, so thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
We're very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Takes a dedicated soul to do what you do. մենք շատ իսկապես պարզանում ենք, որ Ararat մասնաճյուղի անդամները եւ վարչությունը եւ I would say the athletic board, I would say, recognizing our kids. Մեր երեխեքին award են տալի եւ award են տվել, ասենցի recognizing our են։ Մեր համար շատ բարձ անգամ։ Կարծեմ ամեն ծնող ուզում է այդ օրը տեսնի իր երեխեքի համար։ Բայց basketball-ը մենակ չի։ Մեր համար it goes beyond that. The fact որ այս երեխեքը կարողանում են մատ impact ունենան ուրիշ երեխեքի վրա, այդիկը շատ կարևոր է։ To have other young people to look up to. Կարծում եմ այդիկը ամենամեծ գիֆտը որ դու կարող եք տալ Ararat-ին։ That's very, very important. Every so member continue on I get the our best involved Ararat match. I'm there hiking more very extra. Young basketball on to get it's like my fellows and
Okay.
No, you have 4 years to finish med school. Because in 4 years, you gotta come back and coach my kids here.
You continue 4 years?
Not me, my kids.
Oh, your kids. I thought you were talking about your tears.
I have another 20 years to go.
Կոյեխեք արդեն board member է։ Ուրեմն, երկուսի համար պատրաստել են, ասում է Certificate of Recognition, Nayiri Aslanyan, in appreciation and recognition of your success in college basketball and participation in Ararat basketball program. Women Glenda Ararat Chapter Executive Board, March 2018.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Oh. Saves.
You're welcome. All right. You have a certificate of recognition, Teo Davidian, in appreciation of and recognition of your success in college basketball and participation in Ararat basketball program, Women Glenda Ararat Chapter Executive Board, March 2018.